Hey you guys, welcome to another YouTube workout. Today we're gonna be on the Reformer and I'm featuring Hope Fitness gear. They sent me a bunch of wonderful stuff, including this workout top I have on right now, okay? Also a bunch of bands. They have tons of workout and fitness equipment. So if you haven't heard of them before, check out the shop link on my website. They have a discount code right there under Jessica, 25% off all of their gear, and they have lots of fun stuff. Today we're gonna be using their light pull-up band. We're gonna get creative with it. Obviously, we're not gonna be doing pull-ups, but we're gonna be doing other things on the Reformer using this band, so it's gonna be lots of fun. So grab your stuff, join me on the Reformer, and let's get to work. Hey you guys, welcome to another YouTube workout. Today we are gonna be on the Reformer, and today I am very excited to feature Hope Fitness gear. So Hope sent me a bunch of goodies. I got apparel, I got bands, I got a bunch of fun stuff. I could do workouts for days with all this gear. But today we're gonna feature just a few things. First of all, before I continue on, I am wearing their leggings, which are super comfortable. They have a little logo right at the back waistband, which is really nice, discreet, not so obvious. But if you're familiar with the Lululemon Align leggings, they're soft like that. So they're super comfortable. I'm wearing a size small. Check them out. If you're not familiar with Hope Fitness gear, go to their website. You can also go to the shop button or the shop link on my website, and there's a discount code there for you under Jessica. You'll get 25% off. So check that out. I'm also gonna be using their lightweight pull-up band. Now, obviously, we're not gonna be doing pull-ups. We're gonna be doing lots of other creative stuff with this band. So chances are, if you are a Pilates guru, you may not have a pull-up band. I highly suggest it. We're gonna do some fun stuff today, some stuff that you might wanna actually do again. And the ideas were endless for me, so you can bet I'm gonna be bringing this thing back, okay? It comes in 3 different weights, light, medium, and heavy. I am using their lightest weight band today, okay? In addition to this wonderful Hope Fitness gear, we are gonna be using the Jumpboard. So get your Jumpboard up, locked and ready. Once it is up, it's gonna stay up. We're not gonna use it the whole time, okay, but it's not gonna get in our way. So have that up. Now, one other note I wanna mention, this workout should be great for all brands of Reformer. I made sure that we all have the parts that we're using, we all have those same parts on the Reformer, so you should be fine no matter what brand you're using. I am on a Balanced Body Studio Reformer, but it really doesn't matter what you're using. Okay, so Jumpboard up, foot bar down. You're gonna want 1 blue spring today. On a Balanced Body, that is a light or medium spring. Just 1, and you're gonna have that on the whole time, okay? Shoulder blocks are locked and in place. Your headrest can either be up or down. We're gonna start on our back, jumping. So whatever gives you better alignment through the spine, if putting the headrest up gives you that nice alignment, that's where I want you to be, okay? You're not even gonna touch your straps today, so don't worry about those. They are hooked up on the pegs and they're gonna stay there. However, we will be using the risers, okay? So I want you to make sure that your risers are tight and secure so that they're not gonna move on you when we loop this band around them. Okay, I've got a whole slew of sequences for you. We're gonna circle this machine. It's gonna be a lot of fun. We do have one sequence on the side of the Reformer on the floor where you're gonna need a little space for a curtsy, but other than that, we all should be good, okay? Let's get to it, right? Let's just not waste any time. So you've got that 1 blue spring. Take your band before you lie down, and you're gonna place that band around the mid back, just underneath your shoulder blades, and then go ahead and lie down. Go ahead and lie down. Headrest is up or down, your choice, okay? And you're gonna get your feet on the Jumpboard, hips width apart in parallel. Okay, now take the band and loop it 1 time around each hand. Now, depending on size of person, you may not need to loop the hands. You're gonna have to kind of play with that as you work. I'm gonna tell you what I'm doing, but if that gives you too much resistance or it doesn't feel right in your body, obviously you adjust, okay? All right, now from here, you're gonna press out to 2 straight legs. I do not want you to feel too much resistance on the band right now. What I want you to think about is arms are up and over the chest, palms facing the jump board. Legs are in parallel, so toes are shining up, and we've got a neutral spine and pelvis. So belly button is drawing up and back between the shoulder blades. My ribs are knit together, okay, and I've got that little bit of breathing room under the low back. Tailbone is nice and heavy. On your exhale, you're gonna bend both knees, keeping the heels connected to the jump board. So if they start to pick up, you're bending too far for your range of motion. Keep the heels down. Okay, from here, you're gonna inhale as you hop, point the toe, exhale, land. Inhale, hop, exhale, land. So full range of motion jumps, keeping the core in control and watching your range of motion every time you land. So that knee bend is gonna be dependent on how flexible you are through the knee, right, and the ankle. So I want you to make sure that the heel stays connected, really forcing that dorsiflexion, okay? You're here for 4. We're gonna add a little pull apart of the band into, continue to jump. Okay, don't stop jumping. On your next one, when you leave, you're gonna open on the band, exhale, land. Open and land. When you land, arms are narrow. When you leave, arms are wide. Just pull apart. Okay, so little opening from the chest. You're gonna feel the triceps, the delts turn on. Keep that neutral spine and pelvis, and remember what I said. Don't lose the form on your jump. Get those heels down every time. Okay, good. Belly button's connected to the right between the shoulder blades. Okay, you've got that nice long spine. You're here for 4. Continue to breathe for 3. You're gonna hold the band pulled apart in 2. Good. Last one. Hold the band apart. Continue to jump. Continue to jump. Now, you're gonna take your legs and you're gonna swivel into first position, heels together, toes apart, like a mermaid's tail. All right, so you're gonna feel those inner thighs really start to turn on. Think about the inner thighs narrowing up in through the pelvic floor and along the spine. Nice and long. Point the toes when you leave. Your heels are super glued together, right? So they're not separating. I want you to keep the band pulled apart so you're very engaged through the transverse abdominal muscles. Okay, you're here for 4. For 3, we're gonna add a little over and under with the legs in 2. Keep the band pulled apart right here. You're gonna go over and under and land. Over and under and land. So every time you land, you're back in that first position. When you take the legs over and under, it's a crisscross of the upper inner thighs. Right, left, land. Right, left, land. Good. You can even alternate the leading leg if you want to start with the left and then start with the right. Keep alternating. You're here for 8. Continue to breathe. Good. 7, 6, 5. Keep those heels down when you're landing. 4, 3. Wrists are nice and straight. 2. Last 1. And come all the way in. Whew. Okay, got the heart rate up a little bit there. Now, from here, you're gonna take the band out from under the back. So I just want you to put your feet on top of the jump board. Okay, lift your hips by pressing down in through your feet. All right, and loop that band off. And you're gonna take the band around the feet, the arches of the feet. Now, feet come back to the jump board. Your hands are gonna hold on to the band. If you wanna take that loop around the palm again, you can, but you may not have to because it might be tight enough, okay? So feet are flat. Extend both legs. Keep the arms up and over the chest, okay? So with this band, you're gonna feel more core engagement when we work overall. All right, more things are working. Shoulders are down and back. On your exhale, you're gonna bend both knees, keep your heel down, and now when you leave, you give me a little hop. You're gonna feel the band roll under the arch of the feet. Don't worry about it so much. You might not get as much of a point through the toe, okay, but I want you to just focus on holding the band nice and steady. Excellent. Hold on to it here. You're here for 8, 7. We're gonna add an ab curl in 6, 5, good, 4. Little more awareness to the lower half. Okay, last 2. Continue to jump. Add an ab curl, lift the head, neck, and shoulders. Keep the band extended up over the chest. Good, you're here for 8. Good, 7, little more engagement now. Make sure there's space between your chin and your chest. You're here for 5. Shoulders are down and back for 4. Last 3. Last 2. And bring it all the way home, head down. Now, keep the band around your right foot only. Okay, left foot comes to the jump board. Now, you're gonna take this band and you're just gonna hold both sides of it with both hands, okay, right up over the chest, okay? So both my arms are extended, but right over my sternum, okay? I'm holding both sides of the band. Now, right foot is the only foot that has the loop now, okay? Extend both legs. Keep your left foot on the jump board, but take the right leg up so it is hovering just over the jump board. I don't want you to bring it all the way up here because you're gonna lose some of the core engagement. So bring the leg in a low position right over the jump board. Okay, from here, you're gonna give me 1 ab curl. So head, neck, and shoulders lift and we curl. If you need to choke up more on that band, you can do that, okay? Shoulders are away from your ears. Starting with the jump on the left leg, it's gonna be a straight leg jump. So no bend of the knee. You're gonna roll and flick through the toes and land. Roll through the foot and flick. Roll through the foot and flick. Good, inhale, exhale, land. Good, so you're looking at your right toes. I want you to look at the right toes in the air so that you're not looking down at the jump board. Keep that length through the back of the spine, or through the back of the neck, that cervical spine, right? Space between your chin and chest. It's a roll through the foot. So consider this footwork on that left leg for 4. We're gonna take it into full range of motion in 3, in 2, last 1, let the left knee bend, keep the heel down, inhale, jump and leave. Good, inhale, jump and leave. Now remember, jumping is about your breathing. I want you to work with your core. I don't want you to push and find power through the leg because I know your legs are powerful. We're challenging your powerhouse, okay? And this band is really helping today. I actually love, I love working with this band. It was really fun to get creative. So you're gonna see where we go with it. Now we're gonna add on, right leg is gonna scissor down to meet the left. So as you leave, right here, you're gonna leave, right leg scissors down and comes back to that hover. Down and up. Down to match the left and back up over the jump board. Down to match the left and back up. 8. Good, hold those arms strong. 7, 6, good. 5, it's a little scissor down. 4, 3, last 2, and last 1. And come all the way in, head down. Okay, take the band off your right foot. You're gonna swing your legs off to the right and come on up, okay? We're gonna sit in Mermaid. So my left leg is gonna hook in front of me. My right leg is gonna hook in back. Okay, so the right shin is facing your shoulder blocks. You're gonna take this band and loop it around the shoulder block closest to your right foot behind you, okay? Now, your right hand is gonna take the band. I want you to loop the band around the palm 1 time. Again, oops, it came off my shoulder block. Once you have that band on the shoulder block, kind of tuck it under the base of the shoulder block so it doesn't go anywhere. Okay, you've got it looped around your right hand. Right arm is gonna come up and hug the ear. Okay, now I want your left sitting bone very close to the edge of the carriage. I want you seated though. I don't want your sitting bone off. Keep it on the carriage. My left knee is just over the springs. Okay, my left hand is gonna come to the jump board. You wanna make sure that palm is very much in front of the shoulder, okay? Extend all the way out through that left arm and hold. So you got both arms working. Right bicep hugs the ear, left arm is extended, fingers out at a 45. Hold this right arm here as you jump. On your exhale, left elbow is gonna bend. Inhale, roll through the palm and leave. Now, you are jumping on one blue spring. Typically, when I jump you, single arm, I take you down to a yellow. If you want to change your spring load to an extra light, you can, okay? But we're not here long, and I know you can manage this resistance, okay? Keep the right bicep by your ear. That palm is facing in the right arm, okay? You're holding for 8. Roll through your palm. Okay, when you land, you roll, you land to the fingertips, roll to the heel of the hand. Good, 6. Breathe, stay nice and tall, sternum over pubic bone. 4, 3, last 2. Good, give me one more. Land and pause. You're gonna extend that left arm and hold it. Okay, now your right elbow is gonna pull all the way down into a low W. Now, I'm gonna wrap my hand one more time around this band. Actually, I need to do that with both hands. So it's a little tighter, okay? My right arm is in a low W now, palm facing forward. We're gonna do a little side bend, okay? So stay nice and lifted. On your inhale, that right arm is gonna punch up and overhead, but it's gonna continue to reach over the right ear and find a little side flexion. And then come back to that elbow being by the waist, nice and tall. Inhale, up and over, side bending towards the jump board, and then back to center, elbow to the hip. Inhale, up and over. Exhale, bring it back. Beautiful. Inhale, up and over. Exhale, pull it back. 4 more. Up and over. Good. And back. Good. Just checking that band. Make sure it's staying nice in place. It looks good. Last 2. The nice thing about these loops is they fit so nicely around the parts of the Reformer I found as I worked with them. Last one. Inhale, up and over. And pull it back. Now, bend your left elbow to bring the carriage home. Take your left hand behind your head, half airplane. Okay, now my right arm. We're gonna extend it right from the chest. Okay, I've still got that double loop around my palm, so the band has a decent amount of resistance right here. Shoulders down and back, we're gonna twist. On your inhale, you're gonna rotate towards the jump board, right arm, or right fist taps the jump board. Come back to center, stay tall. Inhale, twist and tap. Exhale, center. Good, so like that dance move, the sprinkler, that's what you're doing right here. That's what you're doing right here. Okay, rotating from the rib basket, waistline up. Okay, nice and controlled. Find that resistance through the transverse abdominals. 4 more. Exhale, center. Last 3. Twist and tap, and center. Last 2. Twist and tap. Shoulders not hiking up. Keep the shoulders down. Give me 1 more. Twist and tap. And come back to center and release those arms. Okay, keep the band looped around that back shoulder block. You're gonna step off right in front of you, okay? And you're gonna turn to face the rear. All right, once you are there, we are gonna be finding a curtsy, so you need a little space on the side of your machine. The band is gonna come into your left hand, all right? So unloop the right one, and then take it into the left one, and I'm gonna give that left hand a little loop, okay? Your right arm is gonna be elbow bent, palm in a braced position right at the hip. Okay, starting with the feet hips width apart, left arm is matching the right arm to start. You're just gonna give me a curtsy. Right leg crosses the midline, both knees bend, and that right knee tracks with your left heel. Keep your chest up, and then come back to start. Okay, curtsy, starting nice and slow, pressing through the left foot, nice and heavy. Curtsy with the right, chest tall. Inhale, press to stand. Curtsy with the right, press to stand. Now, Take that left arm, extend it right off the shoulder. Arm is now long. Your wrist is about underarm height. Same thing. Curtsy and stand. Keep that arm right off the shoulder and stand. 2 more. Curtsy and rise. Last one like this. We're gonna come into some holds. Okay, so on your next one, you're gonna hold that curtsy, hovering that right knee over the floor, and your left arm is gonna open on an inhale, exhale, narrow. Inhale, open it wide, bring it back to center. There's no twisting. You stay squared off towards the rear of the machine. Okay, open the arm, exhale, bring it back. 4 more. Open and bring it back. 3. Breathe into this. Keep that shoulder down. 2. Wrist is nice and long. Last 1. And bring it back. And rise all the way up. Nice job, you guys. Okay, take the band off that shoulder block, and you're gonna meet me in the rear well. Meet me in the rear well. You're gonna take the band underneath your feet, underneath the arches of both feet, and into both hands. So I'd like you to hook your thumbs on the inside of the band. Now, if your headrest was up, please put it down because we're gonna use it as a tactile cue for our squats. So I want you to take the arms into a low W position, palms facing the risers. Thumbs are hooked in there, okay? On your exhale, you're gonna squat and your sitting bones are gonna reach for the headrest, and if it's not too low, you're gonna tap. And then as on your inhale, you're gonna rise and press that band up and overhead. Exhale, squat to tap. Inhale, rise back up, nice and tall. Good. We're working that core from all angles with this band. Like I said, I love this band. It's my new favorite prop for the Reformer. Good. And we can use this on the mat too, which I'm sure I will. Inhale, press. You've got 4 more. Bend, sitting bones reach. Inhale, press. Full extension of the arms and legs. Bend. Inhale, press. Keep all 10 toes on the floor. Bend. Inhale, press. Use your breath. Last one like this. Bend and press. Now you're gonna hold a low squat or a squat hover over that headrest. So elbows bend into that low W. You find a squat hovering just over the headrest. Now just the arms press. Inhale overhead, biceps frame the ears. Exhale, bring it down. I want you to keep your ribs closed so that they are aligned with the hips. Find a little lateral tension through the leg by pressing outbound through the rotators at the hip. Okay, bend the elbows, inhale, press. Good, you've got that nice angle to the torso. The angle of the torso is pretty much the same angle as your shins. You're here for 3. Bend the elbows and press. Last 2. Last 1. Bend the elbows and come all the way up. Okay, take the band out from underneath your feet. You are gonna loop your risers now, okay? So bring in the band around the risers. I have these little knobs on the back of my risers. I'm gonna put the band underneath those just so it doesn't slide up. If you don't have that, that's okay. Just make sure if the band starts to creep up towards the ends, you don't want it to flick off and hit you. So just be careful, okay? All right, now I'm gonna choke up on either side of the band. All right, so I've got a little slack in between my hands. I'm gonna keep my feet grounded, but I'm gonna find a slightly wider stance, so slightly wider than hips width. Okay, shoulders are down and back, knees are soft. You're gonna give me 1 hinge. So we're gonna crease at the hips. As I do that, I press outbound into my legs. So I'm almost trying to split the floor between my feet. Okay, feel that tension through the rotators at the hip. Open up your collarbone nice and wide, so no rounded back, your back is nice and flat. I am looking about 4 feet in front of my toes. My elbows are bent by my waist, okay? But we're gonna extend the arms. So you're gonna reach the arms out in front of you, you're gonna get some slack on the band, and then row it back to your waist. Inhale, extend the arms and row. All right, so you're in a hinge. Now, if you want to choke up more on the band, do that. These bands are pretty strong, I have to say. They're pretty strong, so they can take it. Extend the arms and bend. I found a lot of pull-up bands in the past to be quite difficult to work with because the rubber will split. This one has not split on me, and I've done some stuff with it. I've done some stuff. Good. Extend and bend. Elbows to the hip. Extend and bend. 4 more. Reach and pull back. Good. You're staying in that hinged position. We're going to hold this row in 2. Elbows to the hip. Good. Extend. Last one. Elbows to the hip and hold. Now you're going to give me an alternate tricep kickback. So starting with the left arm, you're going to kick that arm back, full extension, palm in, and bend. You might need to find a little more slack on the band. Right arm, extend and bend. Left arm, extend and bend. Good. Right arm. Don't let those shoulders start to hike up. Okay, if you need to reset, I want you to find full extension of the elbow. Feel the tricep really engage. Good. Right arm and left arm. Good. Right and left. Beautiful. Okay, you've got 2 more each side. Left arm. Good. And right arm. Left and right. Now on your next one, you're going to hold the left arm extended. Just hold it. Pulse it up. Up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Bend that elbow, hold that arm there. Right arm kicks back, hold. Pulse it up, wrist is straight. 8, 7, think about your back. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Bend the elbow and rise back up. Nice job, you guys. Take the band off the risers, and now you're gonna turn around to face forward. Loop the band around your right shoulder block, okay? And then kind of tuck it under it, right? So it doesn't go anywhere. Once you've got that set up, step to outside your frame to the left. So you're now on the other side of your reformer. Turn around and face the rear. We're gonna do that curtsy, if I'm correct. Yes, we are. We're gonna do that curtsy. Okay, so you're standing about mid-reformer or mid-carriage. Find your place, pretty much the same place you were in on the other side, okay? Feet are hips width apart. You're gonna take the right arm, and I'm gonna give it 1 loop around the palm. You may not want that, whatever works for you, okay? Left elbow is bent by the hip in that braced position. Right arm is gonna match, so we got a gentle fist on both sides. Starting with the curtsy, left leg. Your left leg is gonna cross the midline. Okay, both knees bend. Check your alignment on this first one. Left knee tracks with right heel. Right knee tracks with big toe, second toe. Chest is lifted. Rise back up, pressing through the right foot. Good. Curtsy. Inhale, press to stand. Good. 2 more, then we're gonna add the extension of the right arm. Good. Exhale, bend. Now, as we layer on, if a layer doesn't work, extend that right arm for me. Continue your curtsy. If a layer doesn't work for you, you go back to the layer before it, which would be that bent elbow. Okay? We layer on so that I can achieve a workout for all fitness levels. 2 more. Right shoulder is down and back. Right wrist is straight. Last one. Now we got that hold. Are you ready? Here we go. Find your curtsy and hold it, hovering that left knee over the floor. My right arm, it's an inhale, open wide. Woo, exhale, come back to center. Don't let it pull you. You control the band. The band does not control you, okay? Inhale, open. Exhale, narrow. Now you adjust your resistance by either lightening your grip on the band or stepping closer to the reformer. Okay, you've got 4 more. I don't think I said that yet. 4. Exhale, narrow. 3, inhale to open and narrow. Good. Last 2. Good. 1 more. And narrow. and come all the way up. Woo, relax that right arm. Okay, we are going to sit in that mermaid position. Yes, we are. I check just in case. I don't want to forget anything, you guys. And you know, sometimes with my brain, right leg is in front, left leg is in back. So the leg that is closest to the shoulder blocks, all right, is in back of you. The loop, you're gonna loop it around your left hand. So again, the one closest to the shoulder blocks. Start with one loop around the palm because you're gonna be holding that left arm up by the ear. Now remember, you wanna get pretty close to the edge of the carriage with your right sits bone, okay? Sit on that bone so that you're nice and tall. Left arm, let's reach it up by the ear, bicep hugs the ear, palm in. Now I don't want you to tilt your head to reach the bicep. I want the bicep to come to the head. Okay, now your right hand comes to the jump board in front of the shoulder. Extend out through that right arm. Okay, here we go. We're gonna jump full range of motion. Bend that right elbow, carriage comes home. Inhale, roll through the palm and leave. Good, inhale, exhale, land. Inhale, exhale, land. Nice control right here, right? Don't let that left arm start to open up. Keep the shoulders down your back. Keep the sternum over the pubic bone. Good, you're here for 4. Last 3. Last 2. Good, 1 more. And land. Now, bend the left elbow so it's down by the hip. Use your right hand so you can loop that left palm 2 times if that's what you did on the other side. We're gonna do that side bend, okay? Right hand comes back to the jump board. You're gonna extend that right arm all the way out, sit tall. Okay, left arm is in a low W, palm facing forward. You're gonna inhale as you reach that left arm up and over the left ear, side bending towards the jump board. Exhale, come back. When you side bend, you lift up and then over. I want you to try to pick the ribs up out of the hips. Pick the ribs up and then side bend. So you're creating length with your side bend. The most beautiful thing about trying to find this length in the body when we find side flexion, when we find rotation, right, is you're also helping your digestive system. Tongue twister. Digestive system. Okay, 4 more. Inhale, up and over. Exhale, bring it back. Good, 3. Inhale. Each one very intentional. There's no twisting here. We stay square. 2 more. Exhale, center. Good, last one. And center. Now bend the right elbow to bring the carriage home. Right hand comes behind the head for that airplane position. That feels nice on the tricep. Okay, left arm. You're gonna extend it right off the shoulder. Okay, palm in at that underarm height is where you wanna be. All right, we're gonna do a little twist. We're gonna twist towards the jump board and that left arm is gonna tap the jump board. Come back to center. Now, if tapping the jump board is too much of a rotation for your body today, okay, you don't need to tap, okay? That's the end goal, right? That's where we're reaching for. Good, twist and tap, back to center. Inhale, twist, back to center. 4 more. Shoulder away from the ear, sitting tall, you're twisting waistline up. Exhale, center. 2 more. And center, last one. And center. And bend that left elbow to bring it home. Okay, we are gonna go into that single leg jump. Yes, we are. Okay, take that loop off the shoulder block. Turn around, headrest up or down, your choice. Go ahead and lay down on your back. Lay down on your back. Okay, both feet are on the jump board parallel. You're gonna take the loop around your left foot this time. Okay, then we're gonna take both tails of the band in the hands and we're gonna hold it up and over the sternum. Okay, so 2 extended arms, one on top of the other, one over the other, legs parallel. All right, now keeping both feet on the jump board, extend out to 2 straight legs. Hold, find your neutral spine, your neutral pelvis. Okay, right foot stays where it is. Keep those fists over your sternum. Your left leg is gonna hover just over the jump board, not much higher than that, because I really want you to feel the core. And you can try this, take the leg up to the ceiling and feel how there's a lot lost, right? Okay, so bring it back down and hold. On your exhale, we're gonna flick through the right foot. Okay, I should say on your inhale. So let's do a nice inhale to prepare. You're gonna roll through the foot and flick through the toes and land. Roll through the foot, flick through the toes. There is no bend of the knee. It's a roll and a flick. Lift the heel, push off the ball of the foot. Roll and flick. Good. Roll and flick. That's it. 4. You're not moving much, right? It's frustrating, I know. We're gonna go to full range of motion in 2. Last 1. Let the right knee bend, keep the heel down, and jump full range of motion. Good. Keep that band, okay, nice and taut. Your fists are over your sternum. Don't let them travel forward. They're gonna want to. Bring it back over the chest, okay? We're gonna add that scissor down of the left leg in 4. Good. 3, and actually, you know what? I forgot to add your ab curl. So we're gonna do that right here. Keep jumping, add your ab curl. If you need to find a little more traction or a little more grip on that band, you can do it. All right, because I forgot to get you in your ab curl. Let's take this here for 8. Then we'll scissor down in 7. 6, good. 5, shoulders are away from the ears. 4, 3, 2, now right here, okay, you're gonna scissor that left leg down to meet the right and back to the hover. It's a small scissor, it isn't big, okay? The legs line up and then the left leg comes back, okay? Line up and comes back. Now, your arms may be shifting forward. Pull those fists back over the chest. Okay, the right leg does not scissor up. The left leg scissors down. Okay, 8, 7, 6, 5, good, 4, 3, last 2, and bring it all the way in, head down. Okay, take the loop off your foot. You are going to swing your legs to one side, okay, just to come up, because we're going to loop the band around the jump board, okay? So take it around the jump board. It's going to fall towards the base of the jump board, which is totally fantastic. Okay, wherever it falls is fine. And then you're going to lay back down. All right, so hold on to the tails and lay down. Okay, now your legs, you're going to have the band on either side of your legs, so the outside. Your shoulders are down and back, your head's on the headrest. You're gonna take the legs and you're gonna zip them up and hover them over the jump board. If you wanna rest for a second on there while we get set up, you can, okay? But I'm gonna hover mine and get that core engaged, find my neutral pelvis. Zipped up, toes pointed. Now your arms. You're gonna bring them up and over the chest, palms in. No loop around the palms because this is a lot of resistance as it is. We are gonna pull up to teaser. Okay, I know this is a challenge. Now, if you wanna bring your legs into tabletop and pull into teaser from a bent leg position, you can. That is an option. Okay, if you wanna rest your legs on the jump board to try the first one out of the gate, you can do that too. Okay, here we go. On your exhale, you're gonna roll up and pull to teaser. Woo-wee. Okay, find your position. Reach the arms parallel with the legs. And then roll back down with control. Try not to rest the legs. Okay, here we go again. Exhale, nod the chin, roll through the spine, lift. Find that space just above the sitting bones, but below the tailbone, that little squishy space in between the two. And then roll back down. Now we're gonna add on your exhale, you're gonna roll up to teaser, hold. Okay, now you're gonna take your arms and you're gonna raise them overhead, biceps frame the ears, send your shoulder blades down your back. Good, bring them back to chest height, roll down, and extend the arms overhead. The shoulder blocks are gonna get in the way, but it's just a little extension. Okay, bring the arms back to chest height, roll up to teaser, find it, hold it, arms overhead. Bring them back to chest height, roll down, arms overhead. 2 more. Exhale, roll up to teaser, arms overhead. Back to chest height, roll down with control, arms overhead. Last one. Keep that neutral spine the whole time. Roll up to teaser, arms overhead. Good. Roll down, arms overhead. Last time you're gonna roll up for me. Roll up and hold, just the arms. Up and down. Stay in your teaser. Up and down. 4 more. Use your breath. It's an inhale when the arms go up, shoulder blades slide down. Last 3. Last 2. Let it shake. Last 1. And roll it down with control. Feet on the jump board. Whoo, that was a challenge. Okay, last and final sequence, guys. Feet come off to the side just for a moment. Take the band away from the jump board and come onto your knees facing the jump board, onto your knees. Okay, you're gonna stay on that one blue spring, but we are doing upper body jumps. So you will use both hands, but if you would like to take it down to a lighter spring, you have that option. Okay, I'm gonna stay on my blue. The band is coming underneath my shins. So below my knees are hips width apart. I want you to crawl forward so that your kneecap, just the kneecap, is off the edge of the jump board. That is to protect the knee, okay? So a little less pressure. Shins are heavy, toes are long, they are not turned under. You've got a band in each hand, wrap it around your palms so it's nice and taut, okay? If you don't wanna wrap it, that's always an option too. Roll your shoulders down your back. We're gonna find a hovering low kneel position. So you're gonna reach your sitting bones back for your heels. Okay, you're gonna get lots of slack on the band. Place your hands on the jump board, okay? And you can always change the resistance by moving your hands a little further apart on that band. Okay, from here, we're gonna start with a simple upper body jump. Broaden your collarbone, broaden your sits bones, belly button up and in. Here we go. Roll through the palm, flick and come home. Roll and leave and come home. So arms stay extended off the chest when you leave. You are simply jumping through the upper body. There's a tiny bit of resistance on the band when you are away from the jump board. But other than that, okay, the band is pretty light. There's a lot of slack, okay? You wanna catch the carriage before it hits the bumper. All right, core is engaged. We're gonna start to rise up in 4. Good, in 3, you're gonna keep the arms at chest height. In 2, we're gonna open the front of the hips. Last one like this, here we go. Rise up, arms reach, come back to land. Lift, hover, and land. Open the open the seat crease. Narrow the sits bones. Fingertips reach over the jump board. Good, open the collarbone wide. Now, we're gonna level up one more time. If this feels challenging enough, stay here, okay? Otherwise, we are gonna be pressing this band overhead in 4. Good, in 3. You will press from a bent elbow position in 2. Keep jumping. Right here, press and reach, come back. Rise and reach, come back. It's quicker. You're on one blue. Press with confidence, move with intention right here. All right, because if you're moving hesitant, you're not gonna make it. Okay, so all the way up. Reach from the hips, extend the waistline. You're here for 6. Good, 5, 4, use that inhale. 3, last 2. Good, give me one more. Come back to land and relax. Guys, heart rate should have gotten up right there. Okay, so give yourself a second. Let the heart rate come down. Take the band out. Set it on the side of your machine. Go ahead and lay down on your back when you are ready. Headrest up or down. It's fine either way, okay? Feet are on the jump board, okay? No need to change your springs, leave it where it is. However, if you were on an extra light, put it back to something a little heavier because we're gonna do a spine twist and I want you to make sure you feel supported, okay? All right, so both feet on the jump board, arms long by your side, press all the way out to 2 straight legs. Right knee is gonna come into the chest, give it a hug. Just give it a hug, let that heart rate continue to come down. You're gonna guide that right knee over to the left with your left hand. Let your hips pick up, okay? Now your right arm is gonna open up to the right and you're gonna look at that arm, that right arm, opposite your bent leg. Okay, keep your left leg nice and straight. My hips are twisting a lot. So you wanna find that radiating twist from the cervical spine all the way down to the lumbar spine. You're here for 4, breathe normally. For 3, good, last 2, last 1. Come back to center, both hips down, both feet on the jump board. Okay, hug that left knee into your hip. Nice gentle hug. Keeping the right leg straight. Guide the left knee over to the right side of the body with the right hand. Let the hip pick up. Okay, left arm reaches to the left. Look at that left hand and let that spine just twist with ease, right? You wanna watch how much the pickup of the hip is. If the twist is too deep, right, then you wanna keep that hip a little closer to the carriage. But if you wanna pick up that hip and point it towards the ceiling and really find that deep rotation, you can do that too. Breathe normally. Do not hold your breath. You're here for 4. Good, last 3, last 2, and come all the way back to center. Last and final thing, we're gonna let the carriage come in by bending our knees. We're gonna grab the insides of our feet with both hands, okay? You're gonna open up your knees wider than your hips, okay? Feet are facing the sky. You're in happy baby, okay? Just hold right here. Send your shoulders down your back. Let the heart rate continue to come down. If you want to rock side to side to massage either side of the spine, you can do that if that feels okay. I know you're elevated and that can be a little nerve-wracking sometimes, but you're not going anywhere. It's a tiny little rock. Close your eyes. Good. Give yourself the time to just relax here. You worked hard. 45 minutes, nice and hard with a resistance loop in all kinds of different positions. All right, congratulate yourself because that was an amazing workout. You're here for 4. Good, last 3. Last 2. Hug the knees into the chest. Swing the legs over to the right and come on up, or to the left, it doesn't matter which way you go. Guys, nice job today. I'm stepping on my loop. Hope Fitness Gear, lots of good stuff. Guys, check out their link on my shop page. There's lots to choose from, but a 25% discount is a nice big discount, so don't be afraid to use it. I also wore their sweatshirt this morning when I was outside with the dogs, having a nice cup of coffee, and those sweatshirts, they're really cozy. I'm thinking gifts for friends because they're oversized, so they're just warm and cozy. It's getting to heat up here, but the mornings are still really cold, so that was a nice way to start the day. Anyway, you guys, check them out. Also, if you have not checked out my on-demand platform, check it out. There is at this point, over 700 workouts on that platform, but it's because we record, I'm just dating myself. We record weekly, so I am giving you 4 live classes a week. You don't have to join them live. The recordings in high definition go up onto the platform for you to do at any time. So they're always available to you. There's 2 on the Reformer, 2 on the mat every week, with other complimentary videos thrown in from time to time. 20-minute workouts, 15-minute workouts, 5-minute body blasts on both the mat and the Reformer. Loads of stuff. We do stuff with fun props from time to time. I use the Pilates art for spinal extension and flexion and side bending. So there's lots to do. I have some chair workouts. I could go on and on. There's just a lot. So check it out. If YouTube is not giving you enough, I know I only drop a video about once a month these days, just with time, it's hard to get on there. But the on-demand platform is constantly being fed, so check it out, all right? If you have questions for me, you know how to reach me. I'm just an email away. You can find my email on my website. And again, check out Hope Fitness Gear. They're doing a good thing. Guys, they're always picking a beneficiary for part of their proceeds. Right now, they're working with single moms who have single moms with stage 4 breast cancer. An amazing thing to have money go towards. So they're doing good stuff, right? It's in the name, hope. We always have hope. All right, you guys, I'll see you soon.